Hey and welcome. Do you have an inner critic that won't shut up, telling you that you have no idea what you're doing and you're a big old fake? Well, you're in the right place. I'm going to go through how I used AI to quieten those inner critics. And I'm going to walk through and give you the 3 prompts that I used to help me that might be able to help you. First up, let's quickly explain some background. If you've ever doubted your achievements, felt like it was more like luck than judgment, or you're going to be exposed as a fraud, welcome to the club. That is called imposter syndrome, and almost everyone has experienced it no matter what they say. Now, for me, I thought I was just being honest with myself, saying stuff like, you're not qualified, you're just winging it, someone's going to figure you out. That voice, I thought it was part of being ambitious and being realistic. But I like to put everything to the test, as things aren't always as they seem. So one day I turned to something that I know rather well, ChatGPT. Not to fix it, just to see what it would say. And what I found surprised me. If you're running a business or leading a team, this is probably going to sound familiar. You've got people looking to you for answers. You have to make the calls. You set the pace. You are where the buck stops. Now, on the outside, and to everybody else, it looks like you've got it handled. But on the inside, oh man, there is a second track playing. You double and triple check that email to the point of frustration before you send it. You rework the document 4, 5, 6 times to where you're not even sure if you're improving it anymore. And you won't delegate because, well, what if they don't do it right? And it was subtle for me, but it was also chronic. And I say that because it never affected my career path, just how I felt about it. And these thoughts and these feelings, I never mentioned them to anyone, and no one ever mentioned them to me. So I felt like I was one of one with this issue. Hi, I'm Will, and I've been in the technology world for the last 20 years, and I'm using that knowledge to help people integrate AI into their businesses. So if you're finding this video useful, then like, subscribe, or leave a comment below. Now, I've been around for a while, so I've heard all the advice and I've read all the self-help. Things like, just be confident, fake it till you make it, remember your wins, a million other cliches. But in the moment, all of that advice feels, well, useless, because it doesn't land when the voice in your head is louder than your logic. Some things help, journaling helps, but the reality is it's still me writing the journal. So what was I looking for? Well, I needed something else. A pattern interrupter, if you like. Something neutral, something accessible, and something always there. And that's where AI came in. Now, I reason quite rightly that ChatGPT and any other LLM doesn't have feelings. It will produce an output based on what I tell it, removing all the emotional parts. The first time I typed something real into ChatGPT, I didn't know what to expect. This is what I wrote. I feel like I'm not qualified to lead my team. I'm worried. I'm just pretending. Now, it responded with this. You are not alone in feeling this way. What you're describing sounds like imposter syndrome, and it's surprisingly common, especially among high-achieving and conscientious people. The fear you're just pretending can be very powerful, but it's not necessarily a reflection of reality. Great stuff, sensible stuff, no hype, no cliches, just a calm, neutral, grounded voice. So I tried another. I don't think I'm experienced enough to be running this business. And this is his response, quite similar in vein to the last. It's completely normal to feel that way. What you're describing is a classic sign of imposter syndrome. The truth is, most people running businesses, especially in the early stages, are figuring things out as they go. Experience helps, but so does adaptability, self-awareness, and a willingness to learn. And the fact that you're reflecting on your capabilities shows you care and want to do well. Well, that felt like a grown-up speaking to me, an objective version of me without all the anxiety and fears. That was just the start. I built a routine around it, a way to help train a better internal voice for myself. Here are the 3 prompts that I used. First up is one called the confidence mirror prompt. And here's how it goes. I'm about to, and then you describe the task or challenge that you're facing, like lead a presentation or negotiate a deal. And I'm feeling unsure about whether I'm capable. Respond as a trusted mentor who knows my track record, has seen me handle similar situations in the past, and believes I have what it takes to succeed now. Be honest, encouraging, concise, and specific. And here's the response. I've seen you in these moments before when the pressure is on and the doubt creeps in. And every time you show up and deliver. And then it goes on and on, giving more and more persuasive arguments. No bad response to help you out when you need it. So I use this to type in the challenge, a pitch, a conversation, or a product launch, and let AI speak back to me to strengthen the belief that was wavering at the time. Let's go on to the second one. Check the fear prompt. Here's a fear I'm struggling with, and then you insert the fear, whatever it is that's worrying you. Help me break it down logically. How realistic is this fear based on the information I've given you? Past actions, experiences, or results do I have that suggest I'm capable of handling this situation even if things don't go perfectly? Be honest, encouraging, concise, and specific. And this is what it came back with. As you can see, it really went to town trying to logically calm my fears. It gave me a lot to digest about how my fear might not be realistic. This one really changed a lot for me because it introduced logic back into the emotional cycle. The third one, compile my wins prompt. This isn't for everyone because you may not want to hand over this kind of data. But anyway, here's the prompt. Here is a list of achievements, milestones, and feedback I've received over the past year. And then you put in those milestones and achievements. Based on this, can you summarize what strengths, leadership qualities, and growth areas this reflects about me? Present it as an objective performance review or professional profile, focusing on patterns and transferable strengths. Be honest, encouraging, concise, and specific. And here's its response. You can see that it gives me a summary and a reflection that goes into a fair amount of detail and then goes on to list out my key strengths and leadership qualities. It caps it off with all the areas that I could look at to grow. And here's what I realized. Imposter syndrome isn't just an insecurity, it's a distorted perception. It's like seeing your reflection in a carnival mirror. AI, when prompted the right way, gives you a flat mirror, not rose-tinted, not cruel, no hidden agenda, just objective. And when you read your own thoughts reframed without any fear, it can interrupt the loop that says, I'm not enough. Now, do I still hear that voice of doubt? Absolutely. It's not something you can stop. It's not something you actually want to stop because sometimes it is useful. But now it has company. Another voice, one that I can shape. One that reminds me I'm not making it up as I go along. I'm building, I'm learning, I'm adjusting, just like everybody else. AI didn't fix me. It just gave me a place to process. Do I believe everything it tells me? Of course not. I always verify. But it's a place I can see myself more clearly without filters. And sometimes that's all I need. So if that internal doubtful voice shows up for you too, try it. See what happens. Type in that thing you're scared to say out loud or not willing to tell anyone else. Ask chat to respond like someone that believes in you. Try it just once. It may be enough to get you through the next thing. And then that's all you need. If you like this, then check out my playlist.